guys, welcome to Critique the Critics, the show where we look at critic reviews, reactions to movies, and generally anybody looking at movies and saying what they feel like they should say about them, and then we make fun of them and criticize them, because that's what we do.
Because we're good at it.
Yes. I'm Tech.
I'm Kojak.
And today we're going to look at a bunch of audience reviews from Rotten Tomatoes. We're going to tell you some fake facts that are totally true about the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie. But first, we're going to read one critic's review. I can't even talk. Pick it apart and read the whole thing and just kind of make fun of this guy and tell him why he's wrong.
Don't worry, that blooper is going to totally go in here.
Right?
We don't edit our shit.
Well, let's take a look. I believe the first one is from, I think it's from a magazine.
Film Ireland?
FilmIreland.net. So I don't know if it's a magazine or if this is actually a blog.
Is this what we're about to expect?
But that face?
Yeah.
That's the face we're going to make when we're reading this thing, I think. So this is it just says by Stephen.
Is it? Yeah.
Does he have a full name? I guess he doesn't have a name.
By Stephen.
Stephen. First name Stephen, middle name Stevie, last name Stephen. All right, so let's jump into this. I found this review.
Right, I know nothing about this. So as per usual.
Yeah, I glanced through it, and there's some stuff in it that's dumb.
Yeah.
And so I was like, there's going to be dumb stuff.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Before I start, I must say I love the full title of this film. This must have been written before they changed it.
Yeah, what did they change it to?
They changed it to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey.
That's right.
Instead of
Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So
they tried to be catchy.
Yeah.
And it didn't work, unfortunately.
DC's Harley Quinn, a sort of psychotic Betty Boop, was, for many viewers, the most successful character in the film Suicide Squad.
I mean, that's a far stretch. Betty Boop is insane.
I don't think Betty Boop's the right comparison. I get what he's saying, but
yeah.
I don't agree with that. So much so that the powers that be decided a standalone movie. Well, a standalone movie featuring some other heroines from the DC universe was worth doing. I mean, yeah,
of course.
I mean, it's kind of a standalone movie. I wouldn't say that considering the initial title of it was Birds of Prey.
Mm-hmm.
And then, by the way, this is mainly about Harley Quinn. It didn't really make it a standalone movie. It literally was initially called The Group Birds of Prey.
And it also followed up after Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
The whole beginning was her breaking up.
Right, yeah. So it followed up after that.
Yeah.
But he was saying that, they decided after Suicide Squad that she deserved a standalone movie.
Right.
And then was sarcastically being like, but except for there's all these other people who were in it. And it's like, yeah, but they changed the name to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. It was originally Birds of Prey and then a little subtext about Harley Quinn.
A very long
It wasn't
subtext.
A standalone movie. They immediately were like, there's a bunch of people in this. One of them is Harley. One of them.
One.
Out of a group. A collection. A montage of heroines.
She did stand out.
A
lot.
A quick potted history using animation and narration brings us up to speed on Harley's life and entanglement with the Joker. Now Harley Quinn is a broken woman.
Now?
Yeah, right? That's exactly why I stopped. She was fine.
Yeah, she was totally normal.
She was totally fine.
She is totally like all of my exes.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yes. I mean, it was... the whole thing is that it's someone insane.
Yeah.
Who's heartbroken, which makes her more insane.
Hashtag I understand.
We've all been there.
I've been on the receiving end of that.
Yeah. So a broken woman who has been unceremoniously given the boot by said Joker. In a moment of great drunkenness, she blows up the chemical factory where the couple first truly bonded. This act of recklessness lets everyone know she is no longer under Joker's protection, and soon all those people she upset are on the warpath. Fair enough.
Great summation.
Yeah, I don't really understand why critics give you an entire summary of the movie. I've never really understood that.
They get paid per word, probably. I mean, like it's got to be something. Like, why would you go through the effort if you didn't have to?
Yeah,
Like-
there has to be a reason. Do they like? Because are there a lot of people?
I would love a movie reviewer that would give us like 3 sentences.
Yeah,
Because you can sum up your opinion and recommendation in like a paragraph.
because we've seen so
Yeah.
many critics spoil the movie
Right.
in their review, and you're like, thanks.
We've
bro.
also read a lot of user reviews,
Yeah.
and they do a better job half the time, even when they're
Sometimes,
shitting on it.
Okay, so moving on. This act of recklessness. Oh, I read that part.
Yep, you did.
Amongst them is Roman Black Mask. Black Mask. Ewan McGregor, a narcissist gang leader who has a penchant for watching his henchmen flay people's faces. Also having a bad time of it are an honest policewoman, Renee Montoya, Rosie Perez. Nice to see her back doing stuff. She's awesome. Suffering at the hands of her boorish male counterparts as she tries to get Roman put behind bars. Roman's torch singer, Black Canary. Jernay Smollett Bell. I think I said that right.
I'm not going to try.
Sweet. Guilty. I'll take the brunt of the comments that say like, "Oh, you suck at saying words and names."
Yeah, I'm the little angel sitting over here just going like,
Exactly.
yeah, you're right.
Why
You're
didn't
always,
the other guy read it?
Because it would be
I guess
worse.
it would be worse.
Journey Smollett Bill.
You'd be like,
Where's the perk?
Jeremy Stazenstein. It's like, it's not even a guy.
Yeah, it was
Guilty of being too decent. Huntress, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, a revenging angel of sorts. And finally, an irritating young orphan pickpocket, Cassandra Cain, Ella J. Basco. I assume it's Ella and not Aya.
I want it to be
I want
Aya
it to
now.
be Aya. It is Cassandra that sets off the main thrust of mayhem when she steals a valuable diamond, which Black Mask wants very badly. Before you can say birds of prey, excessive violence is the order of the day. I hope he rhymes the rest of this review.
Oh no.
Oh man, if this review becomes a shit poem, I'm stoked. Oh, do it. Oh man, if all of a sudden he Dr. Seuss's the hell out of this thing.
Right. Also, that last sentence just goes to show that critics don't pay attention because it was all over the news that this was hard R.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like we'll give it an R. It was cut this out so we can make it R.
It's like John Wick would be like, oh dear.
Oh
my God.
I mean, that's just how Keanu talks in real life. Let's be perfectly honest. Oh my.
For sure.
Yeah, he's a very classy British man living in a flat in New York,
All right.
riding his motorcycle.
Let's see what happens when we finally actually get into this review, because that's what I'm curious
Are
about.
we?
I don't know. Now that we, I feel like now that we have the summation, we might actually get there. Birds of Prey takes its storytelling cues from Deadpool and the structural jumbles that featured in so many Tarantino-inspired movies from the 90s. Harley is our unreliable narrator. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I mean, I get what they're trying to say. Yeah,
because she keeps being like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you this thing."
He just could have picked a less negative way to try to make you not like it.
Yeah.
That was English sentence, right?
I think you did pretty good.
Okay,
there.
good. This is why he reads.
And unfolds a fractured narrative as she tries to relay the events to us. Whereas Deadpool's omnipotent presence is his own story, or in his own story, was just short of jumping off the screen and sitting beside us. Harley fills in the blanks and information through narration with a modicum of fourth wall breaking and some added titles one might see in an anime.
So you're saying that they did something different.
One, it's different, which I completely agree. It's annoying that he's pointing out that it's different.
Yeah.
And two, it's crazy, and so is she.
Right. It's manic. It's super manic. It's, like Deadpool's just weird and insane. She's straight up manic and like, yeah. Deadpool has a way with words and references and can really like, and lead you on a story with intentional misdirections, red herrings and stuff like that. That's just how he's always, well, not always been, like once he's developed into a Deadpool, and she's just Me.
Yeah, you leave Deadpool going, I need a bottle of Jack and a hooker. And you leave Harley Quinn going, I'm not going out
on Saturday night. I'm too afraid.
I need help. I need some therapy. I need some Prozac.
Yeah.
I need
all the hotlines.
Yeah, I need to call one of those like Oregon cuddling companies and have someone hold me for an hour
while you scream.
Exactly. I love it. The joke wears thin very quickly. Flashbacks used to give weight to particular story moments in the present storyline just serve to show up how predictable and lazy the overall story arc is. We are usually way ahead of the plot, as you are in most superhero or comic book anything.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
Even when you were watching literally the 21 movies that led up to Endgame, when you watched Endgame, you were like, oh, I can't wait for that part when this happens because you know it's going to happen.
Right.
You just can't wait for it. Which is totally fine.
No, yeah. I mean,
it's like planning to have sex on the weekend with your girlfriend. You're like, this is a good weekend.
If every comic book movie was Watchmen, we'd be like, we couldn't handle that much.
Sometimes you want zany fun.
Yeah.
Also, this is a character that
not everything's the Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's also a character that was created for an animated series.
Yeah.
For children. I understand that it's so good that not just children watch it.
Right.
But let's be honest. The plots weren't like, I can't believe that happened.
I mean, there were children in the theater when we went and watched it.
Yes, but there always are.
I know. It's always weird.
Yeah. There's always children in a theater while someone's being maimed. And it makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But
we grew up protected.
Yeah, very, very protected. The female cast gives it their best.
Come on.
Oh, come on. Give it their best shot.
You heard the stay in the kitchen in that sentence, didn't you?
Are you right?
Oh, God.
But the material does not serve anyone well. Why can't you just say the cast? I don't understand that. I'm not even trying to be SJW, beta, whatever the fuck you're going to call me. Why can't you just say that? Because, does that mean every guy was good?
This is the type of person I feel like I hear, he's Steve. Steve is the type of person that just gets upset that they're taking away white male leads in movies.
Right. Yes, exactly. But also, Ewan McGregor's in this movie. There's other people in this movie. Does it mean that they were good? You know, I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. I see Ian's name in here.
Ian's name.
So we'll find out.
Margot has proven herself in the past as a reliable actor, but her shallow, psychopathic Betty Boop really running with that thing.
Clearly.
Grates very early in the proceedings. By the way, what I like to do when I have a really weak analogy is I repeat it until people are like, "Oh, that's a good analogy."
I know. I live with you.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So
there's a reason why there's a lock on my door.
So we may see the Betty Boop thing again. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, drink every time Betty Boop boops.
Don't, you'll die. The others managed to get to the end with some dignity despite weak dialogue and characterization. Elsewhere, Ewan McGregor acts as if he's trying to mine the essence of Gary Oldman's career in the 1990s very badly.
Everyone trying to mine the essence of Gary Oldman's 90s career is doing it badly.
Also, let's be fair. The reason Gary Oldman's one of the greatest actors of all time is because he's not always doing the same thing. So, which movie?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Fifth Element, or are you talking about Immortal Beloved when he played Beethoven? Come on. Let's you gotta be kidding me.
Fifth Element.
It's probably that one.
It's the only one he's seen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, there's Gary Oldman, right? All right, cool.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he was in Harry Potter's? Oh.
Ouch.
that hurt me. Yeah. Most of
Hold on. Let me recover.
No, we're moving on. I don't care about your heart. Most of the blame lies with the script and direction. All its attempts at humor and cheekiness consistently fall flat. The only joke that amused me was Winstead's constant attempts to use her moniker Huntress when everyone else insists on calling her the crossbow killer. That's the only joke that worked in this?
That was like, no offense, that was like the loosest joke.
Look, I thought it was very funny. I think that's hilarious.
But I think for me, on the points of comedy in the movie, that was like bottom rung thing. So the fact that he's like swinging that up to the top.
There's just so many jokes in here, though.
Yeah.
Even the violence was funny. I mean, like, there was a lot of humor throughout the entire thing. And the only thing that worked was like this joke that was funny, but it's not like.
Right.
Like you were saying, it's not the top rung of the comedy.
No.
In the film. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
That's weird, man. I mean, I wish he said that first so I knew not to continue.
Well, we're in it now, so let's keep going.
Now we have to finish.
Yeah,
it.
fine.
Okay, we're almost done.
Good. Okay, God.
Birds of Prey is figuratively and literally an hour and 50 minutes of man bashing. What?
Where?
Of man?
See? Mad at the lack of white male leads.
We're starting to get to the crux of this thing. Okay. Its need to frequently stop and remind us what bastards men are does it no real favors. In fact, it tends to dampen its lame attempts at humor.
Wait, so hold on. The Joker was obviously bad. Black Mask. Crazy bad. And like and of extension his crew, which aren't individual people.
Right.
The other main male actor was the Chinese restaurant guy.
Yeah.
Who was
awesome.
The sweetheart of the movie.
Also,
but he's not white, that's why he's mad.
Also, exactly. Fair enough. But let's point out the fact that one, Joker and Harley Quinn break up and she's pissed.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Most of the people who are coming after her are men. Two, you have the Huntress. Everyone she knows killed. Like everyone she cares about killed.
Right.
By men. You have Black Canary,
but like
put in a situation where she's literally being treated like a slave by a man. You have a woman who's a cop and not being respected, and her partner gets promoted to what she should have had in the first. Of course, they're bashing.
And
men.
if you really look at it, that is a real direct correlation to just real life. You know, it's like it's not going to be in stereotypical sense, I guess. It's not going to be a female mafia boss,
and it's not,
or and it's not
man bashing. It's those men bashing,
right?
Yeah, they
come on,
they affected.
Yeah, and everyone that's coming after him, most of the characters in this are all basically in the criminal world, so they're all bad,
right?
And then we have the sweet little Chinese guy.
This gets better. This is one of the parts that I read.
Oh, good.
The film comes off like the feminist equivalent of a blaxploitation movie, feminist exploitation, if you will, but instead of honkies being the bad guys, oh yeah, the honkies are the bad guys who also happen to be white men for the most part.
I called it so far ago. You knew.
I knew.
And you kept that little piece of information a secret from me, and I appreciate it.
This is what's funny to me.
Wow.
This is the most funny thing about this statement to me.
Yeah.
The honkies are the bad guys, but they also are white men. Honkies are it's a derogatory term for white people.
Yeah.
So you don't have to say they're also white men. You can say they're also men. That doesn't make any sense.
What the hell is this guy? That's stupid. Wow. He only drinks light beer.
Right. It's like
in Ireland.
It's like not only is this tomato sauce, but it's also a tomato-based ragu.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah, you might call it. Thing. Yeah, you might call it ragu.
You might even call it ragu, or pasta sauce, or pasta exploitation.
God.
All right, let's make it to the end.
Please finish this thing.
All right. Oh. Give that a scroll. And let's get to the end of this thing. There is not one redeemable male in the whole film. They are work bullies or psychotic abusers. Not true. The redeemable man was the Asian guy.
But he didn't see him.
Yeah.
Because he's not white, apparently.
Yeah. But also, like, they're not showing a whole ton of nice people in this movie at all. Like, no one's really redeemable.
Yeah, I'm running through it in my head, trying to come up with like the other people that they're kind of involved with. And there's not
really.
I mean, some of the cops are just cops.
Yeah, they're all right.
You know, they're very neutral.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of bad because of the universe, and then most of the good is just neutral, just because it's just, they're the law in a lot of the senses, and a lot of the people that we actually got to hear words from. And then there's the guy that she was staying in her apartment with, the Asian restaurant owner.
And honestly, the main people that we're looking at don't have a lot of redeemable qualities.
Right.
I mean, even the young girl.
They try. I guess
is a pickpocketing little shit who idolizes Harley Quinn.
Right. I mean, he left. That guy left in the end.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad.
He had to.
He had to. It turned in. Yeah.
He had no choice.
Yeah.
And how long was he making sure she was okay while she was just in danger?
She protected him for a long time, to the when he more or less broke her heart.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything about it, and that says that I think her reaction to him letting him leave says a lot about what kind of person he actually was.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely was like, you know what?
We're getting too serious. Where's the comedy?
Man, all right. Well, we'll go to the next part and see if there's more comedy in here.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We do get teased at one point when Harley introduces us to a sweet old man, who she trusts enough to have a hideout over his restaurant, but even he is an untrustworthy male. No! He's a save his own fucking
rewind this 45 seconds ago.
Just go back to the thing we already talked about.
Yeah.
I suppose if you count Bruce, Harley's pet hyena, there is one redeemable male. Oh yeah, maybe that's the point. That we're hyenas? That's the plot? That's the point of the movie? That men are hyenas?
Let's watch The Lion King just to prove him wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dumb.
And if I'm not mistaken, one of the hyenas in the Lion King was voiced by Whoopi
Goldberg,
who happens to be a woman who happens to be African American, and so
who is taking away jobs from the white man, apparently
from the white honky bad guy men.
Jesus Christ. There's so much that this could be cut up into, taken out of context with what we're saying, because we're so upset.
Wait, was it written by Paul Farron? Who's Paul Farron?
I don't know. That's just in purple.
No idea. It might have been.
It was written by...
It said it was by Steven.
Steven.
I don't know who Steven
Who is Steven?
Just Steven.
Author Steven.
Steven. He's an author. All right.
And now's the point in the show where we tell you a bunch of completely and utterly, totally true facts about the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie. They're totally true. Every one of these facts is true. All of the music for the film was written and recorded by Jared Leto because they felt bad about the whole Joker thing. Will Smith presented a song for the credits, but it was turned down when they realized he just substituted Birds of Prey for Men in Black.
Birds of Prey was originally scheduled to be released in December of 2019, the same day that Cats was released. But because cats are natural predators of birds, they decided to push the release to February.
There isn't a single bird called a huntress. Not fucking one. This has been Fake Facts.
All right, and now we are going to take a look at audience reviews that showed up on Rotten Tomatoes of the movie. These are always super fun because they are not hindered by people having to say plot or... I feel like the critic reviews aren't hindered by anything. They say whatever the fuck they want. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Either way, these are really funny.
You remember these.
Yeah.
If you've ever watched our YouTube.
Exactly. Why don't you start off?
All right. I haven't read these.
I found
you
these,
found them.
But I read them. I grabbed them really quick, so I don't even remember what we're going to read right now.
All right. We went with our granddaughter, and I guess we are just too old for that sort of unique movie.
It's the most grandparent
That is, wow. That is the biggest, this movie fucking sucks, that anyone over the age of 70 can say.
It's also just I just don't really understand your type of humor. You know, back in my day, we used to have Jerry Lewis falling on his face and stuff. And now you have people getting bashed in the face with a hammer. I just don't get your humor.
And by don't get the humor is, you just need to be like me.
Yeah, be like me.
Yeah. The passive-aggressive grandpa, grandma.
And at this point, you're a boomer, so okay, boomer.
Hey. We can still say that.
Yeah.
We're not
boomers.
Yeah. All right, here you go.
Horrible from start to finish. Storyline could have been better. That sounds a lot better than horrible. Storyline, it could have been a little better.
Right.
It was horrible. Well, which was it?
It's like they wrote it while taking a piss after the movie. That's about how much time they had.
Right. It's almost like they wrote the first part, and then thought about it, and then wrote the second part.
I mean, to be honest, when The Witcher watches a movie, I'm just surprised he watched a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Just walked out and went, fuck.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming.
Clearly.
Yeah. Thanks, Gerald. Thanks for coming in.
Gerald.
Thanks, Gerald.
That's the best. Let's go to the next one.
Horrible. Doesn't deserve my words, except for 6 of them.
Yeah. I will take the time to use words to tell you that I shouldn't use words.
Yeah.
How about that?
Thanks, Gerald.
It's like...
Is that right? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the idea of, like, imagine punching someone and being like, you're not even worth hitting.
Mm-hmm.
It's for some reason my knuckles are bleeding.
Oh,
man.
Here you go.
I'm going to have to ice these. The movie did a dishonor to the birds of prey.
You have dishonored my family.
It sounds like
my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
It sounds like that, but like for some reason, what popped into my head was like someone did a poo on this movie. like the movie did a poo on the birds of prey. Also, how do
get in the hole? Yeah. Get in the hole. Yeah, he's in the hole.
It's also kind of weird to like dishonor. Like, it's so strange to dishonor this short-lived comic book series. It's a fairly new comic.
Right.
It's not like it's been around for a really long time.
I could see this on like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because that wasn't even remotely anything like it. It wasn't even close.
No, but he tried.
Avatar was more like The Last Airbender.
Than The Last Airbender was. As a person who wasn't the target audience, it was simple, mindless fun wrapped in a horribly crafted story structure. Ewan McGregor was fantastic, though.
See, I'm okay with this because at least they understood that they weren't supposed to be there.
Right. But who are you, Marcus?
Yeah. Because I feel like that's the most reasonable thing. That's more reasonable than any critic we've ever read. Right.
Marcus B. isn't the target demographic because he's a youth pastor.
Yeah. It's like, I wasn't the target audience because I don't know how to have fun.
Yeah.
I do recognize that this should be fun.
But Jesus won't let me.
Right. Exactly. It's like when I'm at a country concert.
Right.
And I'm like, everyone seems to be having a good time, but I want to die. Like at the hands of a broken guitar.
Now picture that.
I broke it.
Now picture that feeling with me growing up in Montana.
Oh yeah.
In one 18-year-long country concert. There we go.
Have you seen that country?
That's
show
my damage.
Called Growing Up. As bad as the cinema can get. So very dumb. Jim P., you have not watched a lot of movies. I could show you some stuff.
Yes.
For sure. Also, at this point, so this is a fairly recent comment that I found.
Yeah.
It even says 14 hours ago.
From when you found it.
I found this like, what, a week ago or something?
I don't remember.
That there's no way you haven't heard of The Room. There's none.
I was just about to bring that up.
There's no way.
Right.
There's no way. It's a meme. It's a fucking meme. There's no way you haven't heard of that.
Or Babylon AD.
Yeah.
Or The Last Airbender.
Right. Well, I don't like Jim P would be the worst roommate. He'd overreact about everything. Everything.
And I've apologized.
You are not Jim P. But he'd be like he would decide where the forks, knives, and spoons go, and in which slot, and he'd be like, "Who put a fork in the spoon spot? Oh, this is the worst display of fork placement I've ever seen. Who put a fork in the spoon spot?
Every week, we're supposed to clean out the toaster.
Yeah. You dump it upside down and you blow it out with an air compressor.
Every week. I can clearly see you skip this week. There's a crumb.
And the air compressor hasn't been moved or plugged in since I last used it.
I know because I marked the line in chalk.
You've ruined my toast.
Boring and receptive?
I don't think that's the word they wanted.
I want to come up with answer for this.
Yeah. They allowed me in the theater.
Yeah.
They welcomed me to the movie.
Right. I'm referring to me.
I don't like what word were they looking for?
I can't put it when it's a real word. It's hard. It's not like a bone apple tea where you can like put it together and be like, oh, you're talking about Republican.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to admit. Boring and Republican. Stupid boring Republican movie from hell. I thought at first it was like perceptive, or maybe they think it's shit, so it's like receptacle.
No.
Like belongs in the trash.
Trash.
Maybe.
I don't know. Boring and Republican.
I have a feeling it's not.
That's just where I've decided I'm landing. I will die on this hill.
Boring and Republican. Well, that sums up this movie that we talked about today. Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Boring and Republican. We want to thank you guys for hanging out with us and listening or watching, depending on where you are hanging out with us. On whatever platform you're on, make sure you subscribe. Either it's going to be Critique the Critics, where podcasts are, pretty much where any podcast is, or Boss Level 8 on YouTube. And don't forget, we actually live stream on Twitch under Boss Level 8 as well. If you want to hang out with us while we play video games and play games with you, which is actually a lot of fun too. We'll see you in the next episode. And until we do, geek out and game on.
Bye.